Dear students, next topic is division algorithm. For any two integers a and b, where b is greater than 0, there exist unique numbers q and r, where q and r are called quotient and remainder respectively, such that a is equal to bq plus r, where r is between 0 and b and r may be 0. Proof is, consider the set of multiples of b, that is 0 plus minus b plus minus 2b plus minus 3b and so on. Now there are following two possibilities for a. Case first, a is a multiple of b. In this case, a is equal to qb, where q is some integer. This implies a can be written as bq plus r, where r equal to 0. Now case second, a is not a multiple of b. In this case, a lies between two consecutive multiples of b, say bq and bq plus 1, where q is some integer. Therefore, a will be between bq and b into q plus 1, or a is between bq plus b. Now, subtracting bq throughout, we have a minus bq is between 0 and b, marking this as number 1. Putting a is equal to bq plus r in first, we get r is between 0 and b. Combining both the cases, we have a is equal to bq plus r, where r is between 0 and b and r may be 0, marking this as number 2. Hence, we have two numbers q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r, where r is between 0 and b and may be 0. Now, for the uniqueness, suppose we have two other integers q1 and r1 such that a is equal to bq1 plus r1, where r1 is between 0 and b, marking this as number 3. From second and 3, we have bq plus r is equal to bq1 plus r1, or r minus r1 is equal to b into q1 minus q, marking this as number 4. Therefore, from the definition of divisibility, b divides r minus r1. Now, r minus r1 magnitude is less than b, as r is less than b, r1 is less than b, and therefore r minus r1 is numerically less than b, which is possible only if r minus r1 equal to 0, that is if r equal to r1. Putting r equal to r1 in third, we have b into q1 minus q equal to 0, and this implies q1 minus q equal to 0, and this implies q is equal to q1. Therefore, from second, a is equal to bq plus r. Hence, we conclude that for any two natural numbers a and b, there exist unique numbers q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r. Now, making illustrations, if a is equal to 109, b is equal to 15, then 109 is equal to 15 into 7 plus 4 is of the form a is equal to bq plus r, where a is equal to 109, b equal to 15, q equal to 7, r equal to 4, and r is between 0 to b. If a is equal to 35, b equal to 7, then 35 is equal to 7 into 5 plus 0 is of the form a is equal to bq plus r, where a is 35, b is 7, q is 5, r is 0, and r is between 0 and b. If a is minus 35, b is 6, then minus 35 is equal to 6 minus 6 plus 1 is of the form a is equal to bq plus r, where a is minus 35, b is 6, a is minus 6, and r is 1, and r is between 0 to b. Now, the next definition for greatest common divisor and least common multiple. What is common divisor? If a number c divides any two numbers a and b, that is if c divides a and c divides b, then c is known as common divisor of a and b. Next one, greatest common divisor. A positive integer d is said to be the greatest common divisor of two integers a and b denoted by ab bracket if first condition is d divides a, d divides b, and second condition is c divides a and c divides b, that is c is common divisor of a and b, then c divides d where c is less than equal to d. In general, the greatest of all common divisor of a, b, c, p is said to be their greatest common divisor and is denoted by the symbol a, b, c, p bracket 1. Illustration: greatest common divisor of 8 and 24 is 8 and is written as a24 bracket equal to 8. Minus 6 0, greatest common divisor is 6. 5 10 25 is 5. Making note, greatest common divisor of AB is always greater than equal to 1. Greatest common divisor of AB will be equal to greatest common divisor of BA. If A divides B and A is a positive integer, then greatest common divisor of AB will be equal to A. Now the next definition for least common multiple. A number m is called the least common multiple of a and b if a divides m and b divides m, that is m is a common multiple of a and b. Second, a divides c and b divides c, that is c is the common multiple of a and b, then m divides c. The LCM of two numbers a and b is denoted by this bracket, close bracket. Now some theorems on greatest common divisor and least common multiple. Theorem first: if a is q b plus r, then greatest common divisor of ab is equal to greatest common divisor of br. Or restating, that is greatest common divisor of ab is the same as the greatest common divisor of b and r, where r is the remainder obtained as dividing a by b. Now for the proof, let greatest common divisor of ab is d1 and b greatest common divisor of br is equal to d2. Now since ab is greatest common divisor of ab is equal to d1, therefore d1 divides a, d1 divides b. Therefore d1 divides a minus qb. This is reference the theorem 5 article 1.5, that is d1 divides r, since a minus qb equal to r. Now d1 divides b and d1 divides r. This implies d1 is a common divisor of b and r. Therefore d1 divides d2. d2 is the greatest common divisor of b and r. Similarly, we can prove that d2 divides d1. Since d1 divides d2 and d2 divides d1, where d1 and d2 are natural numbers, therefore d1 is equal to d2. Hence greatest common divisor of ab is equal to greatest common divisor of br. Next result: if d is the greatest common divisor of ab, then there exist integers m and n such that d is equal to ma plus nb and d is the least positive value of ma plus nb. Now for the proof, let a and b be positive integers. By division algorithm, if r1 r2 rn be the successive remainders, we have the sequence of equations as a is equal to bq1 plus r1. r1 is between 0 and b, dividing a by b. b is equal to r1 q2 plus r2. r2 is between 0 and r1, dividing b by remainder r1. R1 is equal to R2 Q3 plus R3. R3 is between 0 and R2, dividing R1 by remainder R2. R2 is equal to R3 Q4 plus R4. R4 is between 0 and R3, dividing R2 by remainder R3. Continuing like that one, we have Rn minus 2 is equal to Rn minus 1 Qn plus Rn, where Rn is between 0 and Rn minus 1. Next one is Rn minus 1 is equal to Rn Qn plus 1 plus Rn plus 1, where Rn plus 1 is between 0 and Rn. Continuing like that one, since R1 is greater than by R2, R2 is greater than by R3 is a set of decreasing non-negative integers. This process must terminate after a finite number of steps. That is, the remainder must be 0 after some steps. Let Rn plus 1 equal to 0. Thus, Rn minus 1 is equal to Rn Qn plus 1. This implies Rn divides Rn minus 1. Therefore, greatest common divisor of Rn minus 1 Rn is equal to Rn. Hence, we have greatest common divisor of AB is equal to B R1 is equal to greatest common divisor of R1 R2 and so on. Greatest common divisor of Rn minus 1 Rn, and this will be equal to Rn. That is, therefore, greatest common divisor of AB is Rn. The first two equations can be written as R1 is equal to A minus B Q1 is equal to A plus minus Q1B is equal to M1A plus N1B, where M1 is equal to 1, N1 is equal to minus Q1. R2 is equal to B minus R1 Q2 is equal to B minus A minus B Q1 Q2. Also equal to minus Q2A plus 1 plus Q1 Q2B. It is equal to M2A plus N2B, where M2 equal to minus Q2, N2 is equal to 1 plus Q1 Q2. Similarly, R3 is equal to M3A plus N3B. Rn minus 1 is equal to Mn minus 1A plus Nn minus 1B, and Rn is equal to Mna plus Nnb. Proceeding in this way, we see that Rn, greatest common divisor of A and B, can be expressed in terms of A and B. That is, D is equal to AB equal to Rn equal to Ma plus Nb, where Mn equal to M, Nn equal to N. Thus, there exist integers M and N such that D, greatest common divisor of AB, is equal to Ma plus Nb. Again, let greatest common divisor of AB equal to D and Xa plus Yb be any number of the type Ma plus Nb. Since D divides A, D divides B, therefore D divides Xa plus Yb. Theorem 5th, article 1.5. That is, D is less than equal to Xa plus Yb. Hence, greatest common divisor is the least positive value of Ma plus Nb. Now, making remark, converse of the above theorem is not true. For example, 21 is equal to 14x plus 7y, where x is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 1 are integers. Thus, 21 is of the form 14x plus 7y, where xy are integers, but 21 is not the greatest common divisor of 14 and 7. Corollary: if greatest common divisor is equal to 1, then there exist integer m and n such that 1 equal to Ma plus Nb. Remark: converse of the above corollary is true. That is, if there exist integers mn such that am plus bn equal to 1, then greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1. Suppose greatest common divisor of AB equal to D. Therefore, D divides A, D divides B. This implies D divides AM and D divides BN. This implies D divides AM plus BN. This implies D divides 1. Thus, greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1. Theorem next, Gauss theorem. If A divides BC and greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1, then A divides C also. Now the proof, since greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1, we can find integers x and y such that AX plus BY equal to 1. Multiplying both sides by C, we have ACX plus BCY equal to C, marking this as number 1. Now since A divides BC, therefore there exists an integer D such that BC is equal to AD. Putting this value of BC is equal to AD in first, we have ACX plus ADY equal to C, or C is equal to A into CX plus DY. Hence, by definition of divisibility, A divides C. Making star, if AB greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1, then A and B are said to be co-prime or relatively prime. This is the definition. Now making remark, if A divides BC and greatest common divisor of AC is equal to 1, then A divides B also. Next theorem, if greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1 and C divides A, then greatest common divisor of C and B is also equal to 1. Proof is, since greatest common divisor of AB is equal to 1, therefore there exist integers m and n such that we can write AM plus BN is equal to 1, marking this as number 1 equation. Since C divides A, therefore there exists an integer D such that A can be written as multiplication of C and D. Putting A is equal to CD in first, we get CDM plus BN equal to 1. Or we can write C into DM plus BN equal to 1. Or we can write CX plus BY equal to 1, where X, Y are integers. Therefore, greatest common divisor of AB becomes 1. Next theorem, if A, M, N are non-zero integers, then greatest common divisor of A, M, N equal to 1 if and only if greatest common divisor of A, M equal to 1 and greatest common divisor of A, N equal to 1. Now proof, let greatest common divisor of A, M, N equal to 1, therefore there exist integers x and y such that we can write AX plus MN y equal to 1, or A into x plus M into NY equal to 1. That is, there exist integer x and ny such that A into x plus M into ny equal to 1. Therefore, we can say greatest common divisor of AM equal to 1. Similarly, greatest common divisor of AN equal to 1. Now the converse part, let greatest common divisor of AM equal to 1 and greatest common divisor of AN equal to 1. Since greatest common divisor of AM equal to 1, therefore there exist integers P and Q such that we can write AP plus में MQ equal to 1, marking this as number 1. Again, since greatest common divisor of AN equal to 1, there exist integers R and S such that A into R plus N into S equal to 1, or AR plus NS into 1 equal to 1 using first here, or AR plus NS into AP plus MQ equal to 1, or A into R plus NPS plus MN into SQ equal to 1, or we can say A into M1 plus Mn into N1 equal to 1, where M1 is equal to R plus NPS, N1 is equal to SQ are integers, and therefore greatest common divisor of A, Mn becomes equal to 1. Now, theorem 6th, if A divides C, B divides C and greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1, then AB divides C. Now making the proof, since A divides C, therefore there exists an integer D such that we can write C is equal to AD, marking this as number 1. Also since B divides C, therefore there exists an integer F such that C is equal to BF, marking this as number 2. Since greatest common divisor of AB equal to 1, therefore there exists integer M and N such that AM plus may BN equal to 1, marking this as number 3. Multiplying both sides of equation 3 by C, we get this equation. C into AM plus C into BN equal to C, marking this as number 4th equation. Now, putting the two values of C from first and second in fourth, we get BF AM plus AD BN equal to C, or AB FM plus AB DN equal to C, or taking AB as outside, FM plus DN equal to C. Hence, by definition of divisibility, AB divides C. Now, next result, if AB equal to D, then greatest common divisor of A by D and B by D equal to 1. Here, greatest common divisor of AB is given to be D. Let greatest common divisor of AD and B by D is equal to Q, which implies that Q divides A by D and Q divides B by D. That is, QD divides A and QD divides B. Therefore, QD divides greatest common divisor of A and B. That is, QD divides D. This implies Q divides 1, which is possible only when Q equal to 1. Hence, greatest common divisor of A by D and B by D is equal to 1. Remark, if greatest common divisor of AB equal to D and if C is any integer such that C divides A, C divides B, then C also divides D. Now, the next important result, the product of two positive integers is equal to the product of their LCM and GCD. Proof, let A and B be any two positive integers. Now we have to prove that their product is equal to the product of LCM and greatest common divisor, marking this as number 1. Let greatest common divisor of AB equal to D and least common multiplier is M. Now since greatest common divisor is equal to D, therefore there exist integers A1 and B1 such that A is equal to A1D, B is equal to B1D, where A1, B1 greatest common divisor is 1, marking this as number 2. Therefore, A divides A1, B1, D and B divides A1, B1, D. This implies A1, B1, D is a common multiple of A and B, marking this as number 3. Let C be any other common multiple of A and B, then A divides C and B divides C. Hence, there exist integers C1 and C2 such that C is equal to AC1, C is equal to BC2, marking this as number 4 and 5. From 4th and 5th, we can say AC1 is equal to BC2, marking this as number 6th. Putting the value of A and B from 2nd in 6th, we get A1 C1D is equal to B1 C2D, or A1 C1 is becomes equal to B1 C2, cancelling D from both sides. Therefore, A1 divides B1 C2. But since greatest common divisor of A1 B1 equal to 1, therefore A1 divides C2. Hence, there exists an integer k such that C2 is equal to k times A1. Putting this value of C2 in fifth, we have C is equal to B K1 A1, or C is equal to k times A1 B1D. Since B1 is equal to B1D from second, therefore A1 B1D divides C, marking this as number 7. From second and seventh, we see that A1 B1D is the least common multiple of A and B. Therefore, greatest common divisor of AB into least common multiplier of AB is equal to D into A1 B1D, or we can write A1D B1D, and this is A into B, hence the theorem. Now make a remark, for any two integers A and B, if their product is not equal to 0, then greatest common divisor of AB and least common multiplier of AB is equal to simple product of AB. Now taking solved examples, find the greatest common divisor of 858 and 325 and express it in the form of m into 858 plus n into 325. We have 852 is equal to dividing 585 by 325, that is 858 is equal to 325 into 2 plus 208, marking this as number 1. Now dividing 325 by 208, that is remainder, this is equal to 208 into 1 plus 117, marking this as number 2. Now 208 is divided by 117, the remainder becomes 91, marking this as 3. Now 117 is divided by 91, remainder is 26, and now 91 is divided by 26, remainder is 13, and 13 divides 26, remainder is 0. That is, greatest common divisor of 858 and 325 is 13. Now from fifth, 13 can be written as 91 minus 26 into 3. Now putting the value of remainder 26 from fourth, we have 91 minus 117 minus 91 into 1, 3. This is 91 into 4 minus 117 into 3. Now putting the value of remainder 91 from third, we have 208 minus 117 into 1 into 4 minus 117 into 3, and this becomes 208 into 4, 117 into 7. Now putting the values of remainder 117 from 2, we have 208 into 11 minus 325 into 7. Now again putting the value of remainder 208 from first, we have value as 858 into 11 minus 325 into 29. That is 13 can be written is m into 858 plus n into 325, where m is 11 and n is minus 29. Find the LCM of 306 and 657. We know that greatest common divisor of AB and least common multiplier is equal to the product of two numbers. Therefore, LCM becomes equal to A into B and greatest common divisor of AB. To find the greatest common divisor of 306 and 657, we proceed as follows. 657 is divided by 306. Quotient is 2, remainder is 45. Now 306 is divided by 45. Quotient is 6 and remainder is 36. Now 45 is divided by 36, quotient is 1 and remainder is 9, and 36 is divided by 9, quotient is 4 and remainder is 0. Hence greatest common divisor of 306 and 657 is 9. Therefore least common multiplier of this is 22338. Now example number 8th, prove that there are no pairs of integers xy satisfying x plus y is equal to 100 and greatest common divisor of xy equal to 3. If possible, let there exist integers such xy satisfying x plus y is equal to 100 and greatest common divisor is 3. Then 3 divides x and 3 divides y. This implies 3 divides their sum. This implies 3 divides 100, which is not possible. Thus our supposition is wrong. Hence there exists no integers xy satisfying x plus y is equal to 100 and greatest common divisor of xy is equal to 3. Now the next problem, prove that there are infinitely many pairs of integers xy satisfying x plus y equal to 100 and greatest common divisor of xy is equal to 10 simultaneously. We have x plus y equal to 100, greatest common divisor of xy is equal to 10. As greatest common divisor of xy is 10, therefore there exists integer mn such that mx plus ny equal to 10, marking this as number 3. Putting y is equal to 100 minus x in third, we get mx plus n into 100 minus x equal to 10, or mx plus 100 n minus nx is equal to 10, or m minus n into x is equal to 10 minus 100 n, or x is equal to 10 minus 100 n by m minus n. We shall choose different values of m and n so that x is an integer. Putting m is equal to 10, n equal to minus 1 in third, we have x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 90. Putting m equal to 5, n equal to minus 2 in 3, we have x is 30 and y is 70. Thus by giving different values to m and n, we will get different integral values of x and y satisfying first and second simultaneously. Hence there are infinitely many pairs of xy satisfying x plus y equal to 100 and xy equal to 10 simultaneously. Okay dear students, try exercise 1.2. If you have any problem, then discuss with me. Thank you.